Now, when you talked about some 15 million kids out of school, and of course, there was a time ago where Boko Haram was actually accused of recruiting children to carry out its activities of bombing and targeting Nigerian citizens. Now, what about the border? There have been lots of statements that have been made about Nigerian borders, bordering Niger Republic and some other neighboring countries in the West African region. What policy directive do you think the federal government should throw out there to make sure that these borders are really manned by Nigerians, so that we don't have this influx of people unchecked? Because these are the same borders where they bring in guns and other light weapons to constitute this crime right here in Nigeria.
Yeah, it's true. Our borders are porous. We have so many land borders in the country, right from the north to the southwest to the southeast. South, everywhere. We have so many borders. Do we have enough immigration officers to patrol them? That's a major question. Number two, we've signed the ECOWAS Treaty, which I fully support, on migration of labor, because you cannot have capital migration, migrating easily, to different economies, and then you restrict labor. You cannot do that. So, yes, I support the convergence.
You mean the African Continental Free Trade Zone area, the document that was just signed? Not that one?
Not that one.
Okay.
Not that one. That is yet to come into fruition. I'm referring to the ECOWAS Treaty, on free movement of goods and people.
Yes.
You need to have free movement of goods, which is capital, free movement of labor also. So I fully support that. Towards achieving the convergence of the West African economy, I fully support that. But if you look at the treaty study carefully, you will know that it does not still stop you from controlling migration. That is, the treaty provides for a national of a country, to stay for 3 months, without visa in another country. That is all. So, and therefore, you will now begin to ask yourself, where are the impediments to immigration performing their duty? But speak to many of the officers, they will tell you they do not have enough manpower. At times, even smugglers are better armed, than immigration officers. So they are faced with a major ordeal. That is one. There is also the challenge in some parts of the country. You find, a town. It's a product of when the scramble for Africa, when the countries were partitioned.
Yes.
You find a bedroom in Nigeria, and the bathroom is in Benin Republic.
Okay.
So there are also problems like that. I can tell you about 2 or 3 places we have been to in the southwest here, in the border areas, where people move freely. It is difficult to control those movements. You have the same problem.
Why is it difficult to control those movements?
Simply because they are the same people, but divided, into 2 different countries. So how do you stop a father who is living here from moving across to the other side of the border? They just simply walk through, because you have to create a situation where the immigration officers can do their job. But that is not the major problem. The major problem is, do we, have an understanding or cooperate with the services of other countries? For instance, the Nigerian police force, do we liaise with the police force in Benin Republic? Do we work together to ensure that the borders can be secured, on both sides of the border? I don't think we're doing that currently, effectively. Same thing if you go to a place like Katsina, they share a border with Niger Republic. From Katsina to Niger Republic, you probably under 100 kilometers, you'll be there. So when you look at that situation, what are we doing to ensure that immigration officers are able to do their job effectively? Then what happens to the issue of identity? We've created national identity card, for Nigerians, but we still have huge number of people coming into the country. I would rather believe Governor Rufai, who stated that some of the herdsmen, attacking people in Nigeria, are actually from neighboring countries of Niger, Mali, and so on and so forth. Yes, That is correct, but it's the duty of the government to prevent these herdsmen from moving in with their cattle, while protecting the Nigerian, cattle businessmen. And if they are moving in, we should ensure that they are not here for more than 3 months and they have to migrate back, to where they come from. That is if they are from West Africa. So these are challenges. These are issues which we need to do. But what you notice is that in Nigeria, the policing authorities actually look at the body of the political leaders before.
When you say body, you're talking about the body language.
The body language, yes. They look at the body language of the political leaders before
they carry out their constitutionally stated duty.
Precisely. And which is quite unfortunate. We have not built institutions. What we've done is we built a cult of human beings who are directing institutions, whereas we are supposed to build institutions. No matter who is in power, the institution will take care of his own duty.